In a small village nestled between lush hills and a winding river, lived a young man named Tunde. Known for his gentle spirit and kind heart, Tunde was loved by all. Yet, he carried a heavy secret, a curse that granted him visions of calamities. From a young age, he saw only the darker sides of life, glimpses of misfortune that haunted him day and night. Each vision weighed on his soul, filling him with dread and an ever-growing sense of isolation. Despite his burden, Tunde tried to live a normal life, surrounded by friends like Amina and Kofi, who offered laughter and companionship. They were unaware of the shadows that loomed over Tunde's mind. Whenever he glimpsed a disaster, a flood threatening their crops or a storm that could destroy homes, he would shudder in silence, torn between warning his loved ones and protecting them from panic. His heart ached as he watched his friends dance and celebrate during the village festivities, all the while knowing he was cursed to see the darkness that might come. Tunde often wondered if it would be easier to remain silent and let fate unfold without interference. One fateful evening, as Tunde sat by the river, the waters shimmered and rippled before him. In a flash, he saw a vision, a great fire consuming the village, leaving nothing but ashes. Panic gripped his heart. He knew he had to act, but how could he share such devastating news without causing chaos? His friends, always cheerful and carefree, could not understand the weight of his burden. Desperate for guidance, Tunde sought the counsel of the village elder, Mama F, known for her wisdom. He approached her with trepidation, revealing his vision of impending disaster. Mama F listened intently, her eyes narrowing with concern. "Tunde," she said, "knowledge is a powerful tool. But it is also a responsibility. You must find a way to guide your people, not to frighten them." Her words lingered in Tunde's mind, igniting a flicker of hope amidst the shadows. Perhaps there was a way to share his knowledge without instilling fear. That night, Tunde wrestled with his thoughts. Should he tell his friends and fellow villagers about the fire, risking their peace of mind? The idea of causing panic paralyzed him. He remembered the last time he shared a vision, the villagers had grown fearful, mistrusting each shadow and whisper of the wind. What if his warning led to more harm than good? In the days that followed, Tunde isolated himself, watching the village as preparations for the harvest began. He longed to join in the laughter and excitement but feared that his burden would only cast a shadow over their joy. Amina and Kofi grew concerned, noticing Tunde's withdrawal. "What troubles you, my friend?" Kofi asked one evening, the warmth of the fire flickering between them. Tunde only smiled weakly, avoiding their questions. He felt like a ghost among the living, haunting the edges of joy without being part of it. His heart ached for the carefree laughter of his friends, but he felt unworthy to join them, a shadow overshadowing their light. As the fire of his vision approached, Tunde's heart raced with fear. But one night, as he stared into the flames of the village bonfire, an idea sparked within him. What if he framed his vision as a lesson on preparedness rather than a dire warning? He could encourage his friends to be cautious without invoking fear. With renewed determination, he approached Amina and Kofi the next day. "Tunde, we have noticed you seem troubled," Amina said gently. Tunde took a deep breath, realizing that he needed their support. "I have seen something that could happen. But I believe if we prepare together, we can avert disaster," he explained. Kofi nodded, eager to help, and Amina's eyes lit up with understanding. Together, they began devising a plan to gather the villagers and share the message of caution without panic. As they discussed their strategy, Tunde felt a sense of relief. With the support of his friends, he found strength to confront his fears. Their unity gave him courage to voice his concerns, and he felt the weight of isolation begin to lift. Tunde, Amina, and Kofi called a meeting under the great baobab tree, the heart of the village. Villagers gathered, curious and concerned. Tunde stood before them, his heart pounding. "I've had a vision," he started, "but instead of fear, I wish to share a path to safety. Let us prepare for the harvest together, ensuring we have water sources and clear pathways." The villagers listened intently, sensing the sincerity in his voice. Tunde saw the flicker of understanding in their eyes as they began to grasp the importance of collective preparation. The village spirit stirred, awakening a sense of responsibility among the people. Amina encouraged others to share their own concerns and stories. This open dialogue transformed the meeting into a powerful gathering of shared wisdom. The villagers felt empowered by Tonde's courage and began brainstorming practical